Have you ever been told that the Prophet Muhammad was illiterate? That the word Ummi in the Quran means he could not read or write? What if I told you this might be a case of conscious mistranslation? Stay with me as we re-examine the meaning of Ummi in the Quran. The word Ummi has often been translated as illiterate, but does the Quran actually use it in that sense? Let's dive into the evidence. The Quran, chapter 7, verse 157, those who follow the messenger, the Ummi prophet, whom they find written down in the Torah and the Injil that are with them. This verse tells us that the Ummi prophet was mentioned in the Torah and the Gospel. But if Ummi simply meant illiterate, why would that be relevant? The contrast being made is between those who had a scripture and those who did not. Quran chapter 3 verse 20. Say to those who were given the scripture and the Ummiyin, have you submitted? Notice how the verse distinguishes between those who were given the scripture and the Ummiyin. This implies that Ummi refers to those without a divine book, rather than those who cannot read. The Quran, chapter 62, verse 2. He is the one who has sent to the Ummiyin a messenger from among them. Again, the context shows that the Ummiyin were those without a previous revelation. This means the Prophet Muhammad was sent to a people who had not received a scripture before, not necessarily a people who were illiterate. Even more interestingly, the Quran chapter 2 verses 78 to 79 warns about Ummiyun who pretend to know the scripture but only rely on hearsay. This suggests Ummi refers to people without formal divine knowledge, rather than those unable to read or write. Now let's step back and think. Was literacy really the defining factor here? Surah As-Sajdah, verse 3, makes it clear that the Prophet Muhammad was sent to a people who had received no previous warning. This further strengthens the argument that Ummi refers to those without prior revelation, not their reading ability. Here is the twist, but what about the Hadith? Doesn't it prove the Prophet was illiterate? Let's look closer. Sahih al-Bukhari, Hadith number 5437, and Sahih Muslim, Hadith 1637. In these narrations, the Prophet on his deathbed said, "Come to me so that I should write for you a document that you may not go astray after me." In another version, he asked for a shoulder blade and an inkpot to write with. The companions, however, disagreed among themselves, and the Prophet told them to leave, after which Umar reportedly said, "The book of Allah is sufficient for us." If the Prophet was completely unable to read or write, why would he ask for writing materials? This hadith suggests that he had the ability to engage with writing, contradicting the claim that he was entirely illiterate. So, what have we learned? The Quranic use of Ummi clearly refers to those who had not received prior scripture, not to illiteracy. Historical and hadith evidence further supports this. This mistranslation has influenced our understanding of history and the Prophet's abilities. What do you think? Have you heard this interpretation before? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more Quranic analysis. Until next time, peace and blessings upon you.